Well, it's like been another day, and I'm literally working all day long, Monday to Friday. On the weekends, not so much. On the weekends, though, I need to study, so I've got to check when my next assignment's actually due. I think I actually put it in my diary somewhere. I think it's due in like 3 weeks or so. But anyway, I yeah, all I do is work now, so yeah, I don't do anything much else. Um, I would say that the dog came back, which it did. We sort of theorized that someone might have taken it in for the night because when it left, it was just before a huge downpour. So I think someone found it and, you know, took it under wing for the night and then let it out in the morning. So, yes, and the dog came back, all in good nick, smelling like it had been washed and nice and clean. So maybe someone gave it a blow dry treatment, because obviously I think it was found wet. The dog was found by someone close by, and they probably dried it, maybe blow dried it, maybe washed it. I don't know, but either way, it didn't come back a wreck and it came back refreshed and as though it had been to a hairdresser. So we're sort of happy that the dog came back, but it's like, oh, what on earth happened? We don't know the story behind that. But I've got one more day to go. Um, so I have to get ready and to sleep. I have to get up extra early because someone's coming in to do something with that thing up there. All the wiring or something. The smoke alarm wiring is being replaced tomorrow or something like that. So someone's gonna come in with a ladder and be like, "Ew, I have to fix it." So I have to be up by 7, and then hopefully they'll be done by 8. But I was watching clips and I was like, I came across some clips that reminded me of something, and then I was like, oh my gosh, there's so much of my whole entire life that I just sort of overlook or forget. And then I look at stuff on the internet and then I'm like, oh my gosh, that reminds me of this and this and that and that. And so it's like, it all sort of stitches everything up. And then I'm like, oh, good at memory time, So I've sort of been exploring that this afternoon too. But some things that I remember actually a lot clearer than others. Like sometimes I'm just like all blasé. Like time goes by, I forget about things, and then it's like, oh, good luck me remembering them. But some other things are like, oh, I remember this and I remember that, so I can blab so much about some things and then not so much about others, which I've totally like, just haven't reminded myself of certain things. But I do overlook a lot. Like I'm sort of move on, like every day is like you're moving on. And I don't always keep yesterday's moments. I mean, there's nothing to help me keep them. I don't have photos, I don't have videos. All I have is my memory, and then it's like, oh, but my attention's on something else tomorrow. And then I'm like, oh, I only vaguely remember this. It's not like, and yeah, so I've had a trip down memory lane tonight, and I'm like, oh my gosh, things that I get up to, and oh my gosh, things that I forget. And then I'm like, what is really important in life? And it's like, I don't know, but I'm starting to remember. Starting to remember things that I sort of haven't really thought about for ages and never really thought really that important to bother remembering. So there you go. You just pep up the right portion of your brain, and then it's like, oh, I'm having a memory session. So anyway, I really got to get these tails working tonight because I really got to go to bed because I got another big long shift to do tomorrow and then finally break time on the weekend.